Welcome to Rugby Uncovered. I'm Tom Nash. We're at the Alliance Arena talking to Eloise Hayward, scrum half for Saracens women. Eloise, the last 4 weeks have been unusual. There have been the whole time occupied by the Six Nations. How different has it been for you compared with a normal season's week?
It's been nice for once having a little bit of a break. So we were allowed a week off, which was completely different. And then it's just back to training as usual. It's nothing really different. We're just training as if we would have a game. Things are a little bit more lax, but we're just here trying to tighten things up, ready for when the game starts again.
And friendlies?
We were meant to have a game against the RAF, but thanks to, I believe it was Storm Dennis, got cancelled. But I'm not sure what's on the cards, or we're just going to wait until we get straight back into the Prem. Tell
us about you. A typical week for you, whether this is during the season or during the Six Nations, you have a day job. You have another life outside rugby. What does a typical week consist of for you?
So I study maths and economics at university. I'm at the University of Surrey. So my days consist of lectures. I normally probably have a lecture of 9 till 5 a day. Probably slot in gym at about 1, eat my lunch on the go back to lecture, and just drive over for training normally. Only Tuesday and Thursdays, obviously, but during the week it's just training, skills, lectures, and any coursework or work I've got to do.
But you're first 15 regular here at Saracens, so you've got an incredibly full agenda. Yeah,
life is pretty busy. I spend a lot of it on the go, so most of my dinner is in Tupperware. A lot of my flatmates are like, oh, you're never in. It's a pretty hectic, busy life. I'm always tired when I go to bed at the end of the day.
We interviewed somebody recently who comes up from Bournemouth to West London every training session, and she has a day job, so at least you have the advantage of being based at university not far from where you have to operate each week.
That is a bonus. We have a few girls like that. A couple of our players travel quite far. My home is actually in York, so during pre-season I have to travel all the way down from York and back up, so it's normally a good 8-hour round trip just for a 2-hour training session, but it's what you love to do, so you make commitments like that.
This is the third of 3 seasons, and then there's another section of 3 seasons coming up at the start of 2021. What is it that you hope to achieve next season when the game goes professional, semi-professional?
I'm hoping to stay on at Saracens, hoping to achieve more things with them. So if that's a Prem final, that's a couple more trophies in the cabinet. Personally, I want to keep pushing my career, see where it can take me. If I gain an England cap, if not, if I just still stay the top, one of the top 9s in the Premiership, that would be something that I'm really hoping to drive for.
But you want to play this game professionally or semi-professionally?
Massively. Yeah, that would be amazing. Not having to worry, I think, about things like finances, commitments, such as it'll make things a lot easier. But if the game becomes professional, I don't know where it could go. We could have so much. We could get so much more media, so much more sponsorship, and the game will just grow completely.
The talk is potentially of one of the satellite companies moving in and showing some of the Tyrrell's Premier 15 games live. I mean, that would be the ideal, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be amazing. I mean, my dad watches all the men's games, comes and watches all my games, obviously, but to be able to just have that luxury of, a lot of my family are up north in York and so on, so they don't really have the luxury or ability to travel. I've got grandparents who just can't travel to watch me play. So if these games are live streamed, it doesn't just make it easier for our family, but it makes it a lot more accessible. I think a lot of people aren't aware that, oh, you just play rugby on a weekend. It's like, no, I play for Saracens, one of the top club on the weekend. So I think the more and more people watch it, they'll then realise, oh, geez, these girls are playing amazing level. I want to watch it a bit more. It's just no different to the men. And if anything, it's a bit more exciting.
And do you keep in touch with your teammates who are currently in the Six Nations at the moment?
Yeah. So I'm good friends with Zoe. Absolutely love seeing some of the other girls around the club, Bots, Poppy, Fleeto, and always like to send them a little message on game day to say, "Yo, good luck, girls," or things like that. We tend to talk in the group chat a lot to be like, "How'd the game go?" You know. But yeah, we do talk. Me and Zoe speak a lot as well about games and things like that, etc. So she's always available, I think, on WhatsApp to have a little chat about things before game. Just don't bother a game day.
And they are playing at a level that you aspire to immediately.
Yeah, massively. I've obviously had to look up to Zoe and Bots for years. I've been in pathways and programs with them, and they've always been, you know, players who are a little bit older than me, got that little bit more experience, and now being at a club, working with them like consistently week in, week out is amazing. And it's a motivator to see them, see they're similar age to me and be like, do you know what, that could be me one day if I just keep pushing, keep driving and keep learning.
You've told us how incredibly busy your schedule is, but do you have any time to have a life outside rugby?
Yeah, so I spend a lot of time with my flatmates. When I do have time off, go home, see my parents, see my dog, most importantly. I have from some friends from Sevens as well that I go see, friends from college, and it seems that we've all kind of got congregated into the London area, which make things so much more easier now to visit people. Thankfully, due to these couple of weekends off, I've been able to spend more time with my family and spend time with friends I haven't seen in a while.
And after May, you will get a chance, I guess, to go away and actually have a holiday.
Yeah, that's if I'm not away in America with the under-20s. So there'll be that. If I'm fortunate enough to be picked, then that'd be amazing. Get a free rugby holiday, I guess. If not, I will get my first holiday in a few years with my parents, get to celebrate some family events coming up, and then back into pre-season. But no time away. I always play Sevens in the summer, so there's no rest.
It doesn't bore you after all this. After all, a full season, having to play another summer of more rugby?
No, not really. I do it because I enjoy it. If I didn't, then there'd just be no point me playing anymore. But I love the social side more of Sevens, I guess. We just get that little bit more freedom. But having that summer, a bit of sun, I think makes everything a bit better, but never bored of rugby.
Good. We can't wait now until March 21st. We have to, but best of luck between now and then.
Thank you very much.